Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another Empires and Puzzles video, and in this video we're going to be taking our first look at Zagrog. Before we get to this video, if you haven't checked out Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out! There are no joke thousands of players from Empires and Puzzles that have come over already, and for good reason. Simply put, it's a really fun game with some big advantages over Empires and Puzzles. We both know that the players that join these games earliest are some of the most dominant players. And this game is starting to really take off, so the longer you wait, the more you miss out on. Not only can you support the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, or by scanning the QR code on your screen, but doing so will also give you a free $50 starter bonus with an epic hero, gems, and gold coins, all for free, just by using the link or QR code provided. And then when you start, you'll gain access to beginner events exclusively for players who use the link or QR code provided that will give you another strong epic hero, a set of 5-star legendary equipment, and a platinum scroll for another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. Lastly, I have created a bunch of videos in a Gemstone Legends playlist on my YouTube channel to make learning this game as easy and fun as possible. So hit that download link in the description and get started with one of the most fun and deep Match 3 RPGs. There's a great community in Gemstone Legends, it has some huge advantages over Empires and Puzzles, and overall I think you guys are really gonna like it. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his name, Zagrog perhaps. It's probably a made up name, so I don't think there's a right answer. If you have strong feelings, let me know in the comments below. So, new March Hero of the Month. Let's take a look. We have, I think, emerged from the Hero of the Month, the period of time where they've been pretty bad, and I think we're starting to see some better ones now. So, is he one of them? Let's find out. 2022 family. We don't know what it's going to be for quite some time. Rogue class is always nice. Passive ability, this is a first and this is sort of a weird one. Resists attack status effects. Sounds good, and from what's happened in the past, we assume this to mean no negative statuses that impact attack, which is true. This hero has innate resistance against all status effects and stacks that affect attack. This includes buffs. So I think, to my knowledge, this is the first trade-off we've ever seen where they resist something so intensely that they resist the positive version of it as well. I really think they were maybe trying to add some depth to the game by doing that and going, oh wow, it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Now you gotta understand it's a trade-off, but I don't think he's good enough to justify that. So we'll take a look. As always, share your thoughts in the comments below if anything I mention is something you want to comment on. Resists mana ailments. This hero has innate resistance excuse me, against all status ailments and negative stacks that affect mana generation. Applies also to status ailments that block mana or steal mana. So I think what this means is obviously, let's see, statuses that affect mana generation. So Hell, Proteus, Silence does not affect mana generation. It's blocking special skill usage, which isn't accounted for here. Steal mana, we have the effect from Onatel or like Costume Renfeld. Statuses that block mana. So yeah, anything that affects his ability to generate mana is going to be blocked. Anything that blocks the ability to use a special skill will not be blocked because that is separate from the accumulation of mana. The thing I'm wondering is if he gets hit by Alfreich, will he still gain mana as normal? But it says, like, does that count as stealing mana? When your mana fills up with mindless attack and it gets drained, does that count as stealing mana? I don't think so because it doesn't go to anyone. But I think that he might resist Lady of the Lake, for example, since that is... No, that's not a status ailment. Status, ailments, and negative stacks. So they're very clear about the ailment, like there has to be an icon for it to matter. So anyways, average speed. This is usually how they keep the Heroes of the Month slightly less or slightly worse than the regular event 5 stars. They do that by making the speed slower than what it would have been if the hero was released elsewhere. So it deals 430% damage to the target and minor to nearby. That's quite a good hit. That's more than Master Lepus. That is now more than Costume Lacey, though it doesn't have the other benefits. I don't know how it compares to Thorn, because I almost never look at that hero anymore. So yeah, a pretty solid hit. The attack bypasses defensive buffs, so this includes counterattacks. So that'll be nice. A lot of people who maybe don't have as many options for red 5-star heroes, this is a decent hero to have because it gives you a reliable hero to get around counterattacks and still deal some solid damage. Caster gains 20% mana if any defensive buffs were bypassed. So for an average speed hero, 20% mana is going to be the equivalent of 2 tiles, meaning that if this happens, this hero becomes legitimately fast speed. 8 tiles, less than 8 tiles, based on if you have a mana troop on there. Which you should with an average speed hero. You either need to have a level 17 troop and the mana node for a rogue, or you need a level 23 troop and no mana node. So yeah, that's kind of nice that any defensive buff you bypass at all speeds him up for the next time. So that, again, is another good utility for more limited rosters. Element Link gives all fire allies plus 10% defense for 4 turns, which can't be dispelled. That's pretty good. Not incredible. So at his stats now, that would be another 75 defense. So it's certainly better than nothing, but not anything crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. A pretty strong hit, slower speed than it should have been. If you can fight against a team that has active defensive buffs, then you're going to get a hero that's faster on the second charge. If you have a level 23 troop or a level 17 troop in the mana node, you're already charging in 9 tiles, so this is not going to be enough to move you down to the next breakpoint at 6 tiles, where you would only need 2 matches. So the speed thing is a bit of an illusion because it's not really changing to a whole match less. It does mean you could make 2-4 matches. You know, it does give you other options because you're legitimately under 8 tiles in that circumstance and not 9 tiles like you are with a level 23 mana troop. But, you know, not fantastic. However, this might be a hero that will be fielded on defense, again, for people that don't have as competitive of red options. Rogue class is nice on defense. The family bonus could be something good, but it'll be a long time before we see what that is. And any defensive buffs, that 20% mana will help this hero fire faster on defense because mana accumulates differently on defense. So that's pretty much all there is to discuss. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this new hero. And as usual, I will keep an eye out for them on defense to see if I can make a live testing video to see what this damage looks like. Forgot to mention, stats are pretty good. 772 attack, 751 defense, 1394 HP. It's just looking more like maybe a later addition to Season 3 or something in terms of stats. Could be a slightly lighter version of a Season 4 hero in terms of those stats, where now we're seeing things pushing closer to 800. Defense is creeping up over the 750 mark, and HP getting close to 1400. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, if you're trying to answer the question, is this hero good? It totally depends on your roster and your options. There's no straight answer there, but hopefully this information helps you make that decision for yourself, or if you're trying to assist other people in making that decision, you can consider these variables and decide if that's the right choice or the right investment for the materials that you have and the roster that you have. So please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.